What's up? It's the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. This is the Benchwarmer Podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702. And we got the beast from the east.
Representing Connecticut is Calvarock.
And we got the man, the myth, the legend down below.
Jeremy with a G.
All right. How are you guys doing?
It's been 2 weeks since I've been on. I've been pretty busy.
Yeah, man. You had a lot of shit going on, like back-to-back weekends.
Yep.
Or he just doesn't like us and doesn't want to be on.
No. I mean, you just flexed your money on me the other day, but no.
Yeah, with the damn post of the fucking Dodge Ram.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than welcome to have the payment.
What's that? Dude, why do you think I haven't got mine yet? It even started negotiating. I went and did that fucking Google calculator, looked at it, and said, what the fuck? Yeah, nah. We'll start looking at it after because we got Disney World, and then we got my son's wedding. So
nice.
After Disney World, we'll start looking at it again. But I was like, because if I get it before Disney World, I'm going to be a fucking bitch at Disney World. No, we're not spending money. No, we don't need this shit. Nope. You're not
going to fill the flatbed with all the Disney stuff?
$800 fucking payment.
That'd be nice.
I know, but I'm not trading anything in. I'm upside down in. See, I like to keep my cars and pay them off.
I don't.
And then pass them down. I know you don't like to do that.
I had the last one for 14 months.
I know. Dude, since I met you, you got like 10 cars.
Oh my God. Can you send some my way, Jeremy?
As long as you take the negative equity with you.
Dude, I'm not even playing.
Hey, I got rid of over half the negative equity, so I did all right.
Yeah, no, you was good. It's nice. It looks nice. I don't know if I'm not going with the white, but it looks nice. I like it.
No, I wanted silver, but they fucking sold it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
did you want the light silver or the dark silver?
The best option was the white because I wasn't going with red.
Oh yeah, you can't go with red.
So,
all right. Let's get into a couple things. So the first thing we're gonna revisit, we revisited that we revisited. We are gonna revisit a topic we talked about last week when it was just me and Mo. I'm gonna let Sam and Jeremy do more of the talking because of the fact that you guys have already heard my thought process on it. But
about how the NBA draft lottery is rigged.
Yeah, and so let's go ahead. To summarize real quick, me and Mo kind of basically said it was. My quick thought process is if you're going to rig something, that's the easiest thing to rig in sports.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely fucking rigged. I mean, Patrick Ewing to the Knicks, that's like the dream scenario they wanted. So, I mean, why not rig it? Getting Zion to go to New Orleans after AD wants out, why not? LeBron leaves Cleveland. Let's give them the next 3 first overall picks and see how they fuck it up. And then currently with like Dallas, Luka moves on. So let's just give Dallas the first overall pick. It's stupid, honestly. They've really ruined the draft lottery. It's like why do it at that point?
Well, could they ruin it if the first draft lottery was rigged?
That's fair. You know what? They already set a precedent that
exactly.
They don't really give a shit about the Charlotte Hornets, that the team that actually needs the help, and they're going to just keep feeding the markets that they want to feed.
Yeah, the Charlotte Hornets are one of the worst teams in the draft lottery because they always get screwed. They always miss that generational player.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of something too, I was thinking about this the other day. So you remember that rumor you said about like, they're going to try to take Dallas and move them to Vegas, right?
Yes.
And so this is my thought now that the NBA believed in that. And they're like, no, we can't have this happen. Let's give them another generational talent. So this way fans are reinterested and they won't be able to move the team.
Oh, they're still moving the fucking team.
You think so?
They're bringing Cooper Flag is coming to Vegas. Bring that ass here. They still all they did was fuck up because okay, so think about this. Kyrie's going to be out for till January.
Yeah,
so they're going to have a rookie Cooper Flag with Anthony Davis. They forget that they got in the play-in not based off of how they played outside of the trade because of what was happening during the trade. So then you're gonna have a rookie Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis, and a lot of small pieces in a packed fucking West. Let them lose. Let them start losing and be one of the lower teams next year. Bam! I'm telling you, this is how it happens. Let me not say that because I want it to happen. Bring Cooper Flag here. Jeremy, what is your thought process on the lottery being rigged?
I mean, we've already had this conversation previously. I don't like the NBA anyway, so I could give a shit less if they rig it. I think they rigged it this year just so they could save Nico so he doesn't get murdered by the fans.
Okay. Another question then.
Because they was already bringing caskets outside the arena.
Oh yeah, he was done.
He was.
But I mean,
traded away this pick. He would have really been
there is no way that the NBA didn't have a hand in trading Luka, and then somehow you had like a 1.3% chance to get the number one pick, and somehow you end up with the number one pick.
Wait, okay, that's funny because that leads into my next question. So, if we're gonna go down, since you bring that up, we're gonna go down that rabbit hole, right? So, do you think that in that scenario, do you think the NBA tries to influence teams by promising them draft positioning for major trades? Sam, you named off about 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, we'll let you start first. What do you think? Do you think the NBA? So, in this scenario, they went to Dallas and said, "Hey, I'm not saying you have to trade Luka, but if you do, you'll probably get the number one overall pick." And if you trade the Lakers,
I mean, just look at previous drafts. The teams that had the worst probable chance to get the number one pick have got the number one pick.
Well, not the Knicks. That's actually the problem. The team that has had the worst chance to get the overall pick has not got the number one pick in like 10 years.
Didn't the team with the worst chance to get the number one pick get the number one pick last year?
I don't think so. Hold on.
I thought we had this conversation last year.
Oh, Atlanta? Nobody gives a fuck about Atlanta. Nobody cares about Atlanta and Washington. That was a shitty ass draft.
They had a 3% chance to get the first overall pick.
They did not have
it still fits the narrative.
Yeah, it's 14.
You don't even have to change the argument to make it fit the narrative. It just sits there and says, "Hey, here I am."
Yeah, okay. So, Sam, your thoughts?
Well, I was just looking at the 2023 NBA draft lottery first. Every team that was 1, 2, and 3 had the same odds to win it.
Yeah, it's 14%.
San Antonio won it.
It's 14%.
But so you said so. Honestly, I have a feeling that they're gonna wait a year or they're gonna do it again with Milwaukee because Giannis wants out, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, why don't we send him off to one of these big markets with Dame and get rid of Dame, and then they're gonna get the number one pick." I don't know who's gonna be the big name, but they're
so
pull that.
I think that's where it would stop because they don't care about Milwaukee. It's not a big market city. Nobody wants to fucking go to Wisconsin. The only reason why they have Giannis is because they drafted him at like 13 and nobody knew this fucking skinny ass kid would turn into what he is. So like they had the homegrown talent. Do you see what I'm saying? Like they drafted him.
Yeah, no, I get that. So it's really going to come down to when another big talent in a big market wants to move.
Well, we know Giannis wants to move.
Yeah, but that's like we said, Milwaukee.
We know the Sixers aren't trading fucking anybody.
Well, if they traded Joel Embiid, would they get another first round pick?
Fuck no. Nobody's gonna pay for that broken down fucking African.
I don't know about the Suns. I don't think Phoenix is as big as they want.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Greek is gonna go somewhere that's gonna shock everybody. I don't know, but there's gonna become a team out of nowhere that is going to get Giannis. Everybody's predicting the Spurs. So what you're going to need is the Milwaukee's they're going to want players and draft picks because they don't control their own draft pick for like 6, maybe 5 years. So because they have pick swaps. and they don't. So they have a pick every 2 years or something like that. So they're going to want picks and they're going to want young players. So we've got to go in that scenario. Yes, you could trade Steven Castle. You could trade. You're not trading De'Aaron Fox. You could trade Vesley.
Chris Paul.
Yeah, Chris Paul's on a 1-year contract. So
Chris Paul.
so you could trade Vesley.
Trade him.
But is that enough to get Giannis and a couple picks? What happens if OKC comes in with their 18 million picks?
If OKC wins the finals this year and then go get Giannis, that'd be.
What if they don't win the finals?
Oh, then they're going all in on Giannis.
Like the Warriors when they lost to Cavs and when it got KD.
Well, what if the Spurs? All right, so hear me out. Spurs trade. I don't know about Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, maybe Blake Wesley, and like a couple first-round picks to get Giannis.
No, I wouldn't take that.
No,
because if we're opening Giannis up, like this is so the issue. Go to OKC. OKC could trade Jalen Williams.
I don't want to.
They could trade. I don't either. I've been there. They could trade Jalen Williams, a couple other young pieces. They still have Hartenstein, so they can trade him for salaries. They're only really playing one person right now, and that's Shea. And then they can give them like 3 or 4 first-round picks that's not theirs. Look at Houston.
Wait, hold on. I have to go back and ask you, which Jalen Williams?
The shooting guard.
Okay,
or the power forward. Yeah, because they're gonna have to pay a couple people soon, so they're gonna have to trade them. So, and then they come in with a couple first-round picks. The Rockets throwing Jabari Smith, opt into the team option for Fred VanVleet, throw him over there to Milwaukee, and then give them a couple first-round picks. And maybe Jalen Green, or keep Fred VanVleet and give them Jalen Green.
I think I'd rather get rid of Jalen Green. Not Jalen Green. Get rid of Fred VanVleet over Jalen Green.
I already said this. Draymond Green and Kuminga are going to get traded to the Suns for KD. I said this on the last show. Because Draymond and KD are not going to play together.
No, they're not. Draymond's too busy glazing LeBron.
All right. Me and Jeremy talked about this a little bit ago, but it was Sam's topic and he didn't get a chance to give his thoughts. So we're going to go ahead and talk
I was too busy getting engaged. Sorry.
Yeah. Congratulations again for getting engaged. Yes, we all said it in the chat, but congratulations.
You got a ball.
When's the wedding?
You got that ball and chain.
We're not too sure yet.
Well, let us know.
We will.
Okay.
We definitely will.
I'm assuming we're invited.
You know, I already said that you guys were on my list.
Okay.
And Mo too. So
I'm gonna have to drive there. I'm not gonna be able to afford a plane ticket.
We'll get you an enhanced parking space.
I'm not flying. I won't fly Southwest fucking Delaware or Connecticut. I'm good.
No, we're not getting married in Vegas. We're gonna stick it up here in Connecticut.
They're getting married at the Little White Chapel in the Strip.
I said we should have got Elvis to do it over in Vegas, but you know,
it's weeds over there.
But so I know you guys spoke about it. So I mean, I don't know how much you know about it, but Red Sox in the beginning of the season, they asked Devers to be a DH, and he said, "Over my dead body."
Yep. And
then he folded and became the DH. And then Red Sox first baseman, I don't even know his name, but he's injured. He's going to be out for a while. And so they're like, "Oh, hey, Rafael, do you want to be our first baseman?" And he said, "Over my dead body."
Well, let's give context. They asked him to be DH because his defense sucks anymore.
His defense is the worst. He was the worst rated third baseman all of 2024.
His defense just fucking terrible. That's why they wanted him to be DH, because they're paying him all this fucking money. They need him to do something.
Yeah, so why not just have him be a bat like Giancarlo Stanton, who's also making a shit ton of money for terrible defense? So, I mean, if I'm Red Sox and you've got a player who refuses to move positions, unlike other players who have been doing it throughout the entire league, I don't know if I want it. Does his production really kind of like transfer with what his attitude is with the team at this point?
That's what I said. My issue is it's hard to play that position. You basically told him his defense sucks. He's not going to have to worry about working on defense. And then you're going to say we're going to play first base. To what? Say my defense fucking sucks? Fuck y'all. Trade me.
Honestly, they
already paid him. They already paid him.
He's 12 home runs and 47 RBIs. And honestly, I personally, like, yeah, he's got a shitty attitude, but he's putting up offensive production that they need.
But does he have a shitty attitude due to the situation that he's in?
Oh, absolutely. Like, so.
But his situation is his fault. If his defense didn't suck, he wouldn't be in the situation that he's in.
If he actually worked on his defense, this would be a completely different story.
It's all his fault.
What if it's not? Okay. Playing devil's advocate.
You're not working on your craft.
What if he works on his craft and he just sucks at defense?
Well, then he fucking sucks. Then what the fuck is your problem? He was good in defense until 2024. Then he was the worst in the fucking league.
How much is he getting paid?
Too fucking much for not having any fucking defense.
So he already got paid, right?
He was paid previous to 2024, I believe.
I just want to note, because if I already got paid, fuck you, trade me.
He got 10 years, 300.
Fuck you, Red Sox. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Trade my ass. You talked on no, trade me, bitch. Trade me right now.
Yeah, he's getting paid until 20.
You got paid, then stopped working on your craft, then you became the worst fucking defense.
Guess what?
You became the worst defenseman in the league in 2024.
And
then because you suck on defense, we asked you to just hit the ball. And then one of your teammates went down, so we said, hey, could you play first? And then you had a fucking shitty attitude because you don't know how to work on your craft, and we gave you $300 million. Like,
well, Jeremy, let me ask you this, though, because this is similar to Chris Davis with the Baltimore Orioles contract. Would you rather have someone who can't play defense or have someone that can't bat?
I'd rather not be paying somebody $300 million goddamn dollars. That's what the fuck I'm saying. I'd rather not be doing that shit. I understand why the Oakland A's.
The issue was he was paid the $300 million when he didn't have bad defense.
How bad did
he was paid? He was paid, and then he fucking developed the terrible fucking defense last year.
How bad?
Wait. But here's the thing. This is what I'm asking, though. So, 2016, Baltimore Orioles give the biggest contract ever to Chris Davis after a stellar hitting year of 7 years, $161 million. And after he got that, he couldn't hit the baseball again because he stopped working on his craft. So, I mean, are we seeing the same thing?
Listen. It's hard to stay hungry when you're sleeping in silk sheets.
But
I don't. What the fuck do you? I'm just saying.
That's why I couldn't be a GM because I stopped paying people.
Jeremy, if they paid you $300 million over 10 years and it was guaranteed,
have you?
You'd be.
You see, y'all can't ask me that because my work ethic stays the same no matter how much fucking money I make.
Listen, let my job guarantee me.
I'm built different. I work the same no matter what.
But wait. All right, hold on.
The difference is I have pride in the product that I put out.
I do too.
Should we?
I have pride in my bank account at $300. It's hard. A lot of people have pride and they stay hungry.
It is not hard to get paid and put a quality product out.
Look, a lot of people's drive and determination in the very, very beginning is getting to those contracts for life-changing money.
So
once you get to that contract,
a piece of shit person.
A lot of people have problems doing that drive. That's why we love the greatest. So a lot of people have problems getting some other drive. Like, I mean, Marvin Hagler, I think, said that. It is very hard to get up and run at 5 a.m. when you're sleeping on silk pajama sheets.
So, all right, hold on. Let's go over this though real quick because you're talking about once you make your bread, it's it. But he is the 14th highest paid player in the league. Above him is Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole has been a lights out
pitcher. Don't count.
Okay, fine.
Don't count.
We'll skip that. Corey Seager of the Texas Rangers has been playing amazing since getting paid. Bryce Harper's been nonstop offense and defense, and he even moved to left field.
Bryce Harper is built different.
All right.
Bryce Harper is fucking built. That kid's been built different since he played in high school in Vegas. Bryce Harper
Fernando
is built
Tatis
different.
Jr., who got paid, literally went from shortstop to right field.
Who? Okay, and then he got injured.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Oh yeah, he's amazing though. He's built different too.
Manny Machado's been holding down third for the Padres for years.
Why are we talking about extremely great, amazing players?
Because we're talking about people who got paid.
I don't even
We're
really
talking
know
about players
these
that
people.
got paid.
I've never even heard of Rafael Devers. I've heard of all the people you're naming.
You haven't heard of fucking baseball either.
I've heard of all the people you're naming. Fernando Tatis Jr. was on a fucking game. On the cover
just
of
had
a
a conversation about fucking Ronald Acuna Jr. and you not realizing he was going to start the fucking game because he was fucking activated.
When did that happen?
Literally 21 minutes,
started.
35 seconds ago.
That wasn't on the record.
But there's players who are getting paid who...
But dude, okay. But again, we're talking about the players that are extremely good that we know are very good players. And some of those are going to be Hall of Famers. This motherfucker's not. So give me some non-fucking Hall of Famers or some multiple year All-Stars that got paid and are still playing good.
Austin
I don't
Riley.
know. In the chat, they said Juan Soto sucks.
Well, he's in a huge slump.
He has sucked this year.
Yeah.
Oh, and he got paid.
He got paid. I mean, Christian Yelich has one MVP, and he's still playing very well.
Who's Christian Yelich?
He's an outfielder for Milwaukee Brewers.
How do you not know who the fuck Christian Yelich is? You fucking retarded fuck.
Dude, that's like me asking you basketball players. It's almost the same fucking thing.
At least I know the names of the fucking basketball players.
Okay. So, honestly...
I don't watch the NBA, but at least I know the fucking names of the people.
Well, all right, you ready? On the list of the top 30 highest MLB contracts, there's maybe 2 players on this list that don't live up to the contract. 3 players, maybe. 3 players that haven't lived up to the contract.
And who are those 3 players?
Anthony Rendon.
He was the guy that played for the Cubs, right?
No, he played for the Nationals. He got signed to in 2020 to 2026 for $245 million, and he's only played about half a season since 2020.
Okay.
So he hasn't done anything. Xander Bogaerts, unfortunately, has fallen off a cliff since signing his 11 years.
His name is Xander Bogart. Why the fuck were they paying him?
And then Rafael Devers.
Based off of his name alone, he should not have gotten a paycheck. By the way, can we just talk about how back in the day they had some of the greatest names ever?
So Devers was an all-star in 21, 22, MVP. It was 18th in MVP voting in 23, all-star in 24. So he wasn't
even, 18th in MVP voting is not something to fucking celebrate.
And he was 12th in MVP voting in 2019.
That's not something to celebrate. That you had no fucking chance. You had the same chance that the guy that was 60th had. None.
Well, he had to go against what?
But you did say a multiple-time all-star. So there's 3 since 2021.
Yeah, he's a multiple-time
all right. So he fell off a cliff. He was a very good player that got paid and said, "Fuck the rest of y'all, money, motherfuckers. I only care about my money."
I might like that. I don't care. I'll give it some time.
Okay. Have you ever heard of a dude named Home Run Baker?
Home Run Baker?
Home Run Baker. So I was watching this this baseball video YouTube. I forgot what it was. But they explained the baseball really, really quickly in like 15 minutes or some certain errors. So I've seen them explain like all of the errors. They broke it down and then this one was talking about the dynasties, like explaining the dynasties, why they did that. They were giving stats. But there's a guy, his name is John Franklin, but he is more known as Home Run Baker. And he played in the major leagues, played for the Philadelphia Athletics. By the way, that was the first time that I ever learned that the Athletics were actually fucking good for multiple times. What the fuck happened to the A's? I had no fucking clue. Like I saw that and I said Philadelphia. Oh, they were good in Philly, and then they sucked, and then they moved. No, the guy got broke. He sold off all this fucking stock, and then they were good in like the 70s. So yeah, I only knew about the Josh Gibson home run.
Anthony, for your question, I mean, they're only really playing two players, Juan Soto and Lindor. I mean, everyone else is on friendly contracts.
You know what? Let's just, yeah. I don't know. I said I was all in on baseball, but I have not even watched any of it. I have no clue.
Well, I mean, the NBA playoffs have been going on.
Yeah,
So
I have no clue what is going on. Okay, so can we talk about, I want to hear Jeremy's thoughts on this right off the bat.
Well, should we show the clip too? Because
don't show the clip because we'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, fine.
Go look up the clip. But Sam, give a brief explanation of what happened.
So back in 2023, Darian Ruff, who was the first baseman of the Milwaukee Brewers, they were playing the Reds on, what was it, June 2nd, and he was going for a foul ball, and he ran his knee into the tarp, giving him a career-ending injury.
Do we know what the career-ending injury was?
It was
sand in his vagina. He has a yeast infection.
Let's see what they actually listed as. He had knee lacerations.
Bitch incision.
What does that mean? What is knee lacerations? Let's look it up.
He has discharge.
So a knee laceration is a tear in the skin or deeper tissue of the knee, often resulting from blunt or sharp trauma. Treatment typically involves managing bleeding, cleaning the wounds, and potentially closing deeper lacerations with sutures or other methods.
So he's just a bitch. That's all I hear.
I guess he got knee lacerations from hitting the tarp.
Okay, so hold on, let's see.
So he misjudged the distance between where he was coming from and where he was going to catch the ball, and his eyesight failed him, and he didn't see the tarp, and he ran into it. So because of his own stupidness and his own mistakes, he's going to say, well, they shouldn't have put the tarp there. If the tarp wasn't there, I wouldn't have hit it. Correct. But if the tarp wasn't there, you would have hit the wall, and then you would have cried about that.
Okay, look.
Typical white person.
So
he's a Kevin.
He could be a Karen.
So it says on this, for deep lacerations, explosive muscles, tendon, or bones, seek medical attention immediately.
Take some ibuprofen, drink some water, put some stitches, and get your ass back out there on the field.
There could be possible joint penetration. If it's near the knee joint, especially if it's deep or caused by penetrating trauma, there's a risk of joint
stop being a bitch.
Capsule violation, requiring immediate emergency orthopedic consultation.
Bro, it's been 2 fucking years. Get the fuck over it.
So
Acuna gets hurt every fucking 3 days, and he's still out on the field.
So,
he really does.
So
he's one of my favorite players too. That's not a Met.
The only thing I could find that even says it needs surgery outside of stitches is for larger lacerations or those with associated injuries, open surgery or an arthroscopy might be used.
As much as this man irritated the fuck out of me, Derek Carr broke his fucking leg and went back to play football. This man ended up with a laceration on his knee and said, fuck it, I'm going to retire, and then I'm going to sue.
The Reds.
Has anybody seen Calvin Johnson's fingers?
How fucked up
He should have sued his mother.
Damn, Jeremy.
Because that fingers was fucked up.
That's from football.
No, that motherfucker came out like that.
No, he played in Detroit.
That motherfucker came out the canal like that.
He played in Detroit, so the ball was frozen, and Matthew Stafford used to throw it so hard.
No, that motherfucker came out the canal like that. You know his mother felt that shit when he came out. His fingers was just like all fucking twisted and shit and just
Jesus Christ.
It's stupid. He's right. People in football don't get hurt like that. They just stub their toe and stop playing for a week.
Yeah.
But look at fucking Joe Theismann. His leg was in 5 different areas of that fucking stadium. And
By the way, what the fuck is turf toe?
I don't know.
Stubbed the toe. They stubbed their toe on the turf.
Because we hear that a lot.
Turf toe is a sprain of the big toe joint, specifically the whatever.
It's this.
You mean to tell me that
It's when they kick the ground and their big toe gets jammed.
they're not playing because they jammed their big toe?
Yeah. Shit, I have turf toe right now.
Then they should sue the people who own the fucking stadium.
Aaron Rodgers played all of 4 seconds in 2022, right? He didn't sue the Jets.
He should.
Think about it. Imagine now if they would sue the players for their injuries.
Should sue
Like
the
they gotta shut this lawsuit down immediately.
Well, shit. So if they don't sue the players for injuries, they get insurance.
So he has insurance for his injury and he's still suing?
No, the team has insurance, so they can keep paying him, but they could also pay another player.
He shouldn't have retired. He should just milked it.
I was going to say, David Wright stayed on the team for like years until he retired, and the Mets took out insurance on him.
Wow.
So they could pay him.
I remember David Wright when he was a big name.
Yeah, they're retiring his name on. They're retiring his number July 19th.
His name. They're
retiring his name. Fuck it.
I don't know. I see Dion running and he's missing 3 toes.
Yeah,
wait, hold on, buddy. I ran in high school. I ran track.
He runs to the weed store.
I run.
Look,
I
he might
completely
do
ran.
white things,
Yeah.
but he's still black.
So,
He
yeah,
runs
I ran 100 and 200 all in elementary school.
He said
When
he
I got in
runs
high
for
school-
white things.
When I got in high school, I transitioned to more long distance, 400, 4x8. They did the 110 hurdles, the 300 hurdles. I literally can get on and run a mile in like 7 minutes right now. So yeah, I can run. Yeah. I hate y'all.
I'm sitting here defending you.
I'm not gonna hate you. So, all right. Jeremy, WWE.
Have you heard the news?
What?
WrestleMania is coming back to Vegas.
The one that's moving from New Orleans?
Yeah.
When I read the article, they said they were talking about taking it overseas.
No,
So they're bringing it back.
it's coming back to Vegas.
It was a great show.
Did you know TKO's headquarters is here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So New Orleans is getting what the fuck is it?
This is not the early 90s, buddy. This is not the early 90s. I don't like the White Six.
They came back last night.
Yeah.
They're getting, I forget which PLE they're getting in August of 26.
Mm-hmm.
But then WrestleMania is going to be back here next year.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Woo!
So they pulled WrestleMania from New Orleans, and they're bringing it here again to see what kind of response they get. And then New Orleans is going to have another WrestleMania sometime down the road.
Got you. So what do you think of Saturday night main event?
It's Saturday night, all right.
I don't know. They're going to have fucking fuckface hosting it again.
Who's fuckface?
Fucking the old governor of Wisconsin, or fucking where was it?
Minnesota?
Yeah, that one.
Jesse the Body Ventura?
Yeah, stupid fuck.
Yeah, he's too old to be doing that shit now.
He looks like a frail little bitch.
Especially now that we know all the shit that back in the day how he sued the WWE, and how he tried to put a labor union together.
Was it Money in the Bank, Anthony? I don't know if I can't remember if it was Money in the Bank that Triple H announced.
Okay, so we got
I watched the video twice, but I can't remember which event it was.
So we got Uso versus Logan Paul.
I sure as fuck hope they don't let fucking Paul win.
No, they're not. They're not going to.
I'm gonna break a fucking TV if they do.
You're gonna get turned
not. They've done a great job of making him seem like a competitor.
I know Uso's gonna win because they keep letting fucking Paul knock out Uso.
Yeah. So you know that, yes. But they've done a great job in building suspense by having Seth Rollins and Gunther both talk to Paul like he actually has a chance to win. But Paul never wins.
I hope
even as United States.
I hope he loses in life too.
Well, damn.
Sam, Logan Paul is Jake Paul's brother.
Yeah, sadly.
Logan Paul is the one that went to Japan and fucking filmed in the fucking suicide forest.
Wait, I literally said match card and it didn't even bring up the full. Yes,
And then we got the tag team. That's the one I want to see.
CM Punk and Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Braun Breaker. I don't like this character. There's two like this was weird to me that they had him fight Jey Uso the Monday before Saturday Night Main Event. He ends up losing. So it's like he's supposed to be a wrecking ball. So, and then you're gonna have him have a competitive match, which he had a competitive match with Seth Rollins. So are we on the same level? What are we doing here? Like, it would have been better if you had him just come down and grab a fucking chair and beat the shit out of him.
I don't know. The more I look at the Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker and
I don't like it.
And the Paul Heyman crew, the more it doesn't make sense to me.
No. Unless they're going to use Braun Breaker as muscle.
The story is just not adding up. The story that's not jiving. It doesn't look like it's they're not putting it together for me.
Yeah, I'm not, and I don't like the CM Punk and the Sami Zayn rivalry. I don't like that. Once again, I know that Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins have been friends for years off of the thing, but they don't even have a good story.
I don't think, like, I kind of get that the storyline of why they're tag teaming because they're being attacked.
Yeah, I get it. But Sami Zayn's being attacked because he interjected himself. For no reason.
Sami Zayn is sticking up for Jey Uso because they keep attacking him.
Sami Zayn.
I like Sami Zayn.
I do like Sami Zayn. I just don't like the storyline of how he got into it.
He never gets put in good storylines anyway.
No, the bloodline was amazing.
Yeah, but without him being in a bloodline storyline, like, he never gets put in any good storylines other than that.
Sam, do you have any thoughts real quick on any of this?
I have no idea what the fuck y'all are talking about.
Okay. Damian Priest,
anything.
Drew McIntyre steel cage match. Sam,
I hope the steel cage match is good.
That's when you throw a steel cage at someone, right?
No, that's when they're in a steel cage. So you know it's going to be a hard-hitting affair. But I don't really care about this rivalry. It's like
we can only hope it's a hard-hitting affair. We can only hope there's lots of blood.
Yeah. Selena Vega versus Chelsea Green. Again, I don't care about.
Who that?
Selena Vega's going to win.
Now, I do like how formerly known as Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona, has he's been going around doing podcasts and everything and talking about Chelsea Green and his wife because he's married to her. But it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute because he's sitting up there going, as a kid, I used to always want to be with the WWE diva. I dreamt of being what it's like. Now I could be with what? I'm like, oh, that's
he chose the ditchiest, dumbest one.
She's actually really, really smart off camera, dude. If you've ever heard her just sit down and talk as herself, she is not. I mean, it could have been worse. He could have chose Alexa Bliss. He could have chose Mandy Moore. Trust me, it could have been a lot worse.
Chelsea Green is teamed up with Piper Niven. That's all I needed to know.
You're so funny. I'm surprised she's still with WWE, to be honest with you.
And then John Cena and R-Truth.
So, okay. This one.
I love R-Truth.
I do too. This one doesn't bother me.
You know R-Truth's gonna lose, but it's just fucking.
How many times? This will probably be the end of the rivalry. But this one doesn't bother me because you don't need a build up to it because of the fact of who R-Truth has been his whole career and how much he's always said he looks up to John Cena as a hero and how I want to be like John Cena when I grow up. By the way, this is a grown ass man who's probably older than John Cena saying I want to be like John Cena when I grow up.
Definitely older than John Cena.
And he's been in the WWE or in professional wrestling longer than John Cena has been in it. So you have the build and you know it's going to be funny. So yeah, it's cool. You know, John Cena's heel run, I don't like.
Yeah.
It's too old. Should have happened way earlier. I'm not a fan of that. And then I think that's it. That's all the cards, right? Yeah, that's all the cards. So yeah, I'm not. Some storylines I'm not getting. Some, you know, let's see what happens. Can we talk about Americano Grande? El Grande? Americano?
What about that racist Chad Gable?
Can we talk about El Grande Americano?
What about Chad Gable?
Okay, so what the fuck is going on? There's too many storylines that are weirding me out right now in Raw. So, okay, let's just here we go. So first of all, we got the storyline with Judgment Day and Finn Balor. Finn Balor is trying to bring in Roxanne Perez, who I can't stand, by the way. I'm trying to bring her in.
I think Finn Balor is going to end up screwing the Judgment Day here soon.
Well, he's going to leave.
I think he's going to end up screwing the tag team titles, and I think he's gonna screw them out of all their titles, and then he's gonna dip.
Got you. Yeah, no, I think he's gonna leave. But that's tied into the Penta drama, which is tied into the El Grande Americano. One of my favorite wrestlers right now. Why do you hate the American luchador?
The only way they could get Chad Gable over was turn him into a racist piece of shit. I mean, he was probably racist before that, but.
So you don't trust Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I haven't heard about Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No, he said, I don't trust a grown man that doesn't split.
What's wrong with Jean-Claude Van Damme? Why are we not trusting him because he does split?
Jean-Claude Van Damme's he's a real one.
Wasn't he in Bloodsport?
Yeah, that whole entire fake story based off of Frank Duke's life.
Yeah.
He was also in Kickboxer.
Yeah. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
He's also in a lot of movies that sucked. When I was a kid, I used to watch all of his movies. Lionheart. Like, I literally went through just like not too long ago. I forgot where I was. I was probably in Idaho. And I just went on Netflix or Prime, and they just had tons of his movies. Hard Target, Lionheart, Sudden Death, Time Cop, Kickboxer. I watched all 5 Kickboxers. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I kept watching when Sasha Cohen became part of the Kickboxer or whoever his name was. Sasha, whatever. Yeah. I don't know. If a grown man can do a split, some dedication. I bet you Jeremy could do a split.
Jeremy, can you do a split?
Fuck no. If I want to end up in a hospital.
All right. Anything else we want to hop into or get into?
Yeah, I got something for you.
Go ahead.
Let's shall we present? I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago, last time I was on. I gave you a situation where you were an NBA coach and you had to pick where you wanted to go to help them build for the future.
Got you. Yep, I remember that.
If you don't mind opening up the tab here. I have worked and made another one. So we've got another this or that. If you remember, you will be provided a scenario, and you're going to need to pick based on stats.
Should have went with baseball.
Right now we are. You are now the new MLB manager, and the season is about to start. You manager, and the season is about to start. You need to pick who you want as your starting pitcher. You will only see stats, no names. We don't want you to be determined by names, and there will be 5 options today.
Are all 5 of these starting pitchers?
They're all starting pitchers.
Not historical pitchers or current pitchers.
Current pitchers in the league. You're going to be getting their 2024 because we're going to be saying that you're starting 2025. Just for reference, you'll see stats called WAR, which is a stat that quantifies the player's total contribution to the team's winning percentage, and WHIP, which is their walks plus hits per inning.
Never knew what that meant.
That's why I wanted to include this, because
I knew WHIP was a good stat. I've seen it on the show, but I didn't know what that
WHIP
meant.
is how many walks and hits basically the pitcher gives up per inning. Your first option, they are 16-9. They have an ERA of 3. They were able to pitch 206 innings, 108 strikeouts, 48 walks given up in 2024. They had a WHIP of 1.11, and they were able to contribute 5 wins to them. Their pitches known, they have a quite wide range, and their best pitches are their fast curve and sinker. Let me know when you're ready for me to move on.
Question.
Answer.
Did you look up their pitches, or did you get it from like the show?
I looked it up.
Okay.
I'm good.
Eric, good?
Yep.
Option B, 2024, they were 15-9. They had an ERA of 2.92. They were able to pitch 194 innings with 181 strikeouts, gave up 48 walks as well. They had a WHIP of 1.10, a WAR of 3.4, and their best pitches are cutter, curveball, and changeup.
Okay, so they're kind of generic.
Kind of generic, okay. Jeremy, all good?
Yep.
Option C, you see they're 16-9, 3.96 ERA, 175 innings, 195 strikeouts, 57 walks. They were allowing 1.22 per inning. They gave at least 1 win, and their best pitches are fastball, slider, and changeup.
You know why they got a 3.96 ERA?
Because basic pitch.
Because their best pitches are fastball, slider, and changeup. Next.
Next. Option D. This person was about 500 on his year. 3.25 ERA. 166 strikeouts. Was able to get 1.16 per inning on WHIP. They know fastball, sinker, curveball as their best pitches, but they still use a wide array of stuff there.
You know what's funny? How many more options we got?
Last one is next.
Okay.
Because usually a starting rotation is 5, so you have to pick which one you want to be your starter.
Okay, got you.
Now, this one I think might give away who it might be, but this player is a rookie. You just got him from the Japanese league. He was 10-5 over in Japan. He had a 2.35 ERA. He pitched 111 innings, 129 strikeouts. He was a WHIP of 1.04. They did not keep track of WAR over in Japan, unfortunately, so we don't know. His best pitch is a fastball, and he throws a slider splitter, and he is a rookie technically this year.
Okay.
So, these are your 5 options. You may see any stats of the players, again, if you need to refresh, but you are also able to pick who you want. Anthony says he's going C.
He's going C. Okay, so let's go through the stats one more time. Let me look at them one more time.
All right, starting with A. Let me know when you're ready to move on.
That's a logo. Okay.
Good, Jeremy?
I'm good.
B.
I'm gonna pick somebody I don't like. All right, I'm good.
Good. C.
Don't like that guy.
This is Anthony's pick right here.
Nah, we don't need him. Can't do it at 3.96. Go ahead.
D.
Yahoo. Okay, go ahead.
And E, the rookie.
Okay, so I'm between A and B.
Okay, A and B for you.
I'm between A
Anthony's
and
on C. Jeremy, who do you got? No, they're not. None of these are Zach Wheeler. I will tell you that right now. None of these are Zach Wheeler. I could hear the thinking all the way in Connecticut.
I'm gonna go with D.
Okay, D for Jeremy, C for Anthony.
I thought
Eric, you look confused.
let me see A and B stats again. I thought you were going to pick one of those two, Jeremy. I was
All
going
right,
to pick
here was A.
Okay. Ooh.
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. All right.
B.
I think I'm going to go with A.
All right. Whose option do you want to see first? Do you want to see Jeremy's, Anthony's, or yours?
Let's see Anthony's first because he picked his immediately.
All right. Immediately, option C was Carlos Rodon from the Yankees.
Is he good?
He is their ace pitcher since Garrett Cole is out right now. Since he has Tommy John surgery.
Okay.
All right. We'll go to Jeremy's because he picked next.
Yep.
Option D. Nope. Oh, did I fuck these up? I did. Hold on. Option D was supposed to be Max Fried.
He plays for the Yankees too?
So he was the ace pitcher for the Braves last season. And he switched over to the Yankees.
Did you know that? Did you know that, Jeremy?
I had a feeling, but that's why it took me so long to figure out. It was either going to be B or D.
And then, Eric, you said you wanted A?
Yeah.
You got Seth Lugo.
Oh, KC guy, let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Who is
I don't
B?
know who the fuck that is, but let's go. Is he my ace?
No, Michael Waka is your ace.
Michael Waka Waka Waka.
He's definitely not your ace.
Who's B?
Yeah. B is Corbin Burns.
Who is E?
Corbin Burns was the ace of the Baltimore Orioles, who has now switched over to Arizona.
Why does that picture look like it was taken in the early 2000s?
Because it was a small picture that I stretched out.
Oh, okay. What about E?
E is from Japan.
Is Roki
Sasaki.
Oh, no. I was thinking there was a thing. I was looking for Paul Skeens.
I did not pick Paul Skeens because I knew you'd be looking for him.
I was looking for him.
Paul Skeens would have been too obvious.
I was looking for him, and I was looking at the pitches the first time. That's why I didn't pay attention to shit else. So I was like, wait till the pitches come. Yeah.
So Seth Lugo knows the most pitches, but is definitely not the ace of the Royals. Corbin Burns has a great pitching stat, but he's very basic pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also kind of not doing so great since he took a new contract with Arizona.
Yeah, since
Rodon has to step up.
Max Fried is doing really good.
Fried is doing the best.
Wait, can we go back to the picture of Carlos Rondon, whatever his name is?
Rodon?
That's a flattering picture of him.
It's not. No.
It is. That looks what the fuck? That looks so bad.
If you get the right picture of pictures, they all look bad.
They really do.
Some of them look real fucked up. If you get
because while they're pitching, it's just so weird. He has no expression on his face.
You should see some of their arms if you get the right picture. They look real fucking twisted.
They really did. So there's a video out there right now. Top pitcher for Houston is Framber Valdez.
Who's that?
Top pitcher for Houston.
How do you spell his name?
Framber, and then Valdez.
Fram or N?
Hold on, I'm just going to the team page right now because it should be Fram. Oh, actually, no, maybe it's not Framber Valdez. I think he's their best pitcher, but I could be wrong. I think Hunter Brown is who they're considering their ace.
Framber Valdez for the Astros?
Yeah. Framber.
I got it. Yep, I got it.
Yeah, I think he is their ace pitcher, but Hunter Brown is definitely having a better year.
His name is Hunter. He's got to have a better year.
Yeah.
It's like Craven. Stupid ass movie.
Craven was a dumb movie. Oh, by the way, so Eric, you picked Seth Lugo. Let's see how he did his first start of the year.
Fucking shitty.
Let's see. He didn't get the start. He got day 2, didn't he?
I don't know. I just know he did shitty.
Pitching. Bubik. Here we go.
This is why it's so hard in baseball because, like, you go and you're like, oh, you're fourth in your division, but we've played 52 games. There's still 110.
In his first game, he got the win 4-3. He went 5 innings, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and gave up 1 home run. So you would have had the right choice for your guy.
He gave up a home run.
He gave up 1 home run.
Did we lose?
No, you won 4-3.
Who gave up the other 2 runs? Did he give up a 3-run home run?
Let's see. I gotta go. Let's go to the game. Play by play. No, well, let's just go. Let's go. So, in the second inning, Naylor singled to center. Jones scored. Santana hit a sacrifice fly for Kwan to score, making it 2-0 in the third. Stephen Kwan hit a 1-run homer in the fifth inning, 3-1.
Wait. He gave up 2 runs in the second inning?
No, he gave up 1 run in the second, 1 run in the third, and 1 run in the fifth.
I don't think I made the right decision.
Yeah.
I don't think I made the right decision.
Let's see. Jeremy, you picked Max Fried. Let's go.
I love the way they tell the stats. Oh, yeah, he did this at 3 and 1 home run. What the fuck?
Max Fried's been playing good this season.
Yeah, he has been. What did he do his first game? Game log. His first game, he pitched 4.2 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 earned runs. He got 4 strikeouts, but they won 20-9.
He gave a what?
Yeah, his ERA right now is 1.29.
That's
yeah,
good.
he's doing it.
He's got 6 wins and no losses right now.
That's great. 1 point. See, that's the type of ERA I need fucking my guy to have.
Lugo.
Who's
the pitcher that
but it
gave
is
up
Max
the
Fried.
win? There's a lot of them. Who was I forgot even remember.
Buddy, he's got a 3.02 ERA. I picked the wrong fucking person.
Why did I open this again? That's not wanted.
He's 3-4. I picked the wrong fucking person.
Seth Lugo. And then C should have been.
He's pitched 56 innings and given up 47 hits. 21 runs. Oh, fuck no. 19 of them are earned. Okay, so you know. Yeah, no.
And then Anthony, your pitcher, also got a 4-2 win over Milwaukee. He pitched 5.1, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and gave up a home run. That was Carlos Rodon against the Brewers. This is also when torpedo bats were huge.
He got 2.88 ERA. Okay, all right, we can see that. 65 innings to 37 hits. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, he still gave up 21 runs.
Let's see. The best ERA, 1.29, but Chris Bubik of Kansas City has a 1.47.
Yeah, Chris Bubik he's had some pretty bad games, but he's been
really good, minus those pretty bad ones.
If you got that type of
I only know because sometimes when I pick him up in fantasy, he fucking sucks.
Yeah, seriously. I've had him a few times too.
Let's just look. So Aaron Judge is the league leader this year in wins over replacement.
Well, Aaron Judge he had a fucking 400 batting average last week.
Right now he's at 398 for the season.
Yeah, that's AL MVP right there.
So he's winning all of the percentages right now. So he's got batting title. Okay, so games played, Rooker for the Athletics. I just dropped him 52 games.
It's the Athletics.
Plate appearances. Ohtani has the most runs scored.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Judge has a whole bunch of other shit, total bases, hits.
Now, guess who has the most RBIs in the league?
Devers.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Well, that's because he just fucking. It was just due to fucking, what was it, 2 days ago?
Okay.
He had fucking 8 RBIs 2 days ago.
But
we didn't do the NBA this year because we got baseball, which has been going crazy.
All right, let's go to pitching. Let's see what we got with pitching. Where's the pitching at?
You said he got 8 RBIs against Baltimore last night.
Yeah.
Oh, did you read that stat I sent you about the Rockies and the Pirates?
No.
All right, so worst team in baseball, the Colorado Rockies. They have only 9 wins. They have a run differential of negative 158. They put up more runs, though, than the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates have 157 runs scored this year.
Wait, the Colorado Rockies, right?
Yeah, the Rockies are 9-42 right now.
Yeah, it makes sense they put up more runs. They're fucking Park. The Mile High Air in Denver.
But over a team that has double their wins?
Yeah, it's the Mile High Air. I guarantee you most of their runs come at home.
Can we see how many runs they get at home?
Because that's a home run park.
Splits.
Unless they changed the park since when I used to pay attention to baseball.
They have 106 runs at home, 61 runs away.
There you go. Mile High Air. Same thing happens. So like Denver, the basketball, the Broncos, other players have trouble playing there because the air is so light. The ball flies better. So yeah, that does not surprise me. Bam.
Freaking Pirates, though. They suck.
But you know what? How do you only have 9 wins? Can we talk about that? How have you only gotten lucky 9 times?
And you have a run differential of a negative 158. The next lowest is negative 99.
I think we just forgot about it.
Yeah,
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So we can talk about the WNBA. We can talk about it now. Jump on that real quick because there's been some it's what it is. It's the
Dana Evans with the 3 last night. She only had 5 points.
Shit, my team sucks.
Jewel Lloyd with the 3 last night. The corner.
Jewel Lloyd is looking so lovely. But I mean, let's
Jackie
be
Young
honest.
with the 25 points last night.
The Liberty look fucking amazing.
Fuck the Liberty. Nobody gives a shit about the Liberty.
I might have to switch teams.
They look amazing. I'm not gonna. No, they look very, very good.
Nobody gives a shit.
But they do. They look very dominant.
The only person that cares is Eric.
I love what the Aces look like. You knew it was gonna take some time for them to gel. Indiana Fever don't look bad.
Nobody cares.
Connecticut Sun look horrible.
Not as bad as the Chicago Dream. Paige Beckers, even though they haven't won, she's still looking good. She's doing her thing. The new team, the Valkyrie. They're not.
You mean the team that drafted players but then didn't keep any of their draft picks?
But we've talked about this on the damn podcast before. That's not a Valkyrie issue. That's a WNBA problem.
Well, I mean, when you kept your international players but not your draft picks.
Yeah, but okay, so they had 3 draft picks, but we've seen this all the time. Like we talked about this, I think, like a year ago. Like there was literally a time the Aces did the same thing. You have multiple WNBA teams because they have so many rounds. We talked about this at the beginning of last season. How many rookies are not on their team? So it's not even just the Valkyrie. It's literally the whole league.
They need more room, but
they literally kept international players that aren't even coming over right now.
Yeah, because you have to hold a spot for it. That happens all the time in the NBA. It happens in the NBA. So you have to have a roster spot for that person. So that ends up when you hold that roster spot because you're basing it off of potential or whatever that you're thinking it's based off of. You have to, the NBA actually allows you to hold 2 people and they'll let you continue with that roster spot, but they used to not. So a lot of your younger players do get dropped. So like last year, there were 12 rookies from the 2024 rookie class. The WNBA expanded from 38 to 38 picks this year. The limited number of draft is actually making.
They expanded from 38 to 38.
They went from 36 to 38.
Yeah. I was about to say because you can't expand from 38 to 38. That's not an expansion.
In 2023, there was 15 people done out of 36. That's over half the picks are not on the team. In 2024, there was 12. That's a third of the picks. Only a third of the picks make the NBA. The problem is they don't need 3 fucking rounds.
Why did they do that?
They don't need 36 picks, and you can't expand too fast. Because if you expand too fast, then you water down the league.
Well, they're getting two. They're getting two new teams next year, aren't they? Next year.
One of the problems is the Aces can't get rid of Kirsten Bell.
Yeah. Why?
I mean, look, she played 8 minutes yesterday and had 0 points, 0 assists, 0.
But she doesn't cost them any money.
0. She contributed nothing. Again.
Kyle Kuzma.
I love Kirsten Bell, but she sucks.
So on opening day this year, there were 20 rookies, which is more than they've had in many of years.
Give me a rookie over Kirsten Bell.
Nah, you need those type of players.
You need a player that does nothing?
She costs you very little money, and she's probably the glue woman, glue gal, that hypes up. She's always cheering her teammates on. She always brings in energy.
I can get a rookie to cheer on teammates.
We can't get Rafael Devers to play fucking third base.
We're not talking about the MLB.
It's very hard to make these.
We're talking about the WNBA.
Very, very, very hard.
We're talking about 2 completely different sports.
Very hard.
And I think Devers could be a hype woman.
And I'm 100% sure that I could get some kind of production out of a rookie WNBA player that wants to stay on the team over Kirsten Bell, who's just skating along because she knows she can't be traded or dropped.
Okay, so they drafted, let's see. So they only drafted 2 people this year. They drafted Hermione Turner and they drafted Aliyah Nye. They both signed a rookie contract 3 days later. They also got Deja Kelly on a rookie scale contract, Jordan Jenkins on a rookie scale contract. So I guarantee you those were like undrafted free agents or whatever. Then they waived both of them within fucking 2 weeks. Then they waived the other draft pick. Then they waived somebody else. So they Deja Kelly, so they still have Aliyah. They still have a rookie on their team.
And unfortunately, we still have Kirsten Bell, who provided nothing in 8 minutes last night.
Buddy, can you stop talking about Kirsten Bell? Why are we doing this to her?
She did it to herself.
Why are we picking on Kirsten Bell?
Because she sucks. She's an awesome person, but her skills suck.
She was a first round pick.
I can help her get a job at McDonald's. Like we can get her to flip some burgers and shake the fry basket.
Right.
Do you know how many points she's averaging?
0.2.
1.7.
Close enough.
How many rebounds?
0.
1.
How many assists?
None.
0.03. 0.3, I mean.
So none.
Good enough for government work.
Good enough for government work. So yeah, that's not a good sign. Okay.
Only 0.3% people keep her on their fantasy team.
And she's been there for what, 3 years?
Oh wow. That she was
2022.
Okay, so now we have, let's see.
She's only started 1 game in her career, really.
Like I love Kirsten Bell. You Eric, you've been with me at games where I fucking yell at for Kirsten Bell.
We love Kirsten Bell. Yeah, you're right.
She's not providing nothing. Give me a fucking rookie, and you know
You got one.
Give me
Aaliyah
another
Nye.
fucking rookie because you know that rookie is going to sit there and do whatever you ask him to do because they're trying to stay on the fucking team.
All I'm saying is when I'm looking at the rookie and I'm looking at Kirsten Bell, I would rather have Kirsten Bell. I'm not even not
like
even lying.
If you want me to make that comment, if I'm looking, give me the rookie.
The rookie's averaging 1.0.
If I have to use my eyeballs and look, read between the lines. If I have to use my eyeballs
I got you. Okay. I got
rookie.
you. I got what you're saying. I'm reading between the lines. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about his Connecticut son.
Why? I don't want to be sad.
Y'all just kind of lost everybody.
They had a fire sale.
Yeah.
Well, don't they still have Mabry?
They have Tina Charles. They have Mabry.
Well, Bonner left in free agency. Thomas got traded.
Here, I can tell you.
Harrington
So right now
got traded.
Rookie scale contract. Okay, drafted.
They only have Tina Charles and Marina Mabry. They don't have anybody else.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's no one else here.
Haley Peter, Olivia Nelson Odota. Odota's all right.
But they are they're in rebuilding mode. They had a fire sale.
Okay, so here, let's see. Why would I only want? When does their free agency start?
I don't know.
Who the fuck is their head coach? Who? What?
Hashim Thabit?
Rashid Mizian?
So they traded they received. So they traded Dejanay Carrington to Dallas for
they have 5 rookies.
Huh?
They have 5 rookies.
Yeah, because they signed a couple of. They traded.
They had a fire sale.
They traded for Natasha Cloud. They traded Alyssa Thomas to the Mercury. They then traded for Rebecca Allen for Lindsay Allen. That's kind of funny. And then they traded Natasha Cloud to the Liberty.
Yeah, so that's cool.
For nothing.
Yeah. Well, this
Natasha
is
Cloud said, "Fuck y'all."
They don't exist anymore. That
was the only trade the Liberty made the whole entire offseason.
That's all they needed.
All right. Anything else we want to jump into?
I got nothing.
I mean, Jeremy, you know that Big Baby's bitch's lawsuit was dismissed.
The federal lawsuit was dismissed. She's still
Yep.
going to sue the Aces.
She's gonna lose.
Because, oh no, they traded me because I was pregnant.
Like, whoever is her lawyer sold her a good bunch of lies.
But hey, she got Kelsey Plum with her.
Okay, can we talk about her real quick though?
Well, I gotta run. So
all right, buddy.
Y'all talk about LA. I will catch y'all again later.
Talk to you later.
See you.
All right, Sam.
Peace.
Kelsey Plum is third.
Hey, they lost to the Valkyries yesterday.
Yeah, but she's 24 points a game. She's at third in the league in scoring. Like, she's and Kelsey's third in the league in scoring, second in the league in steals.
They just had there was the first game yesterday, wasn't it?
Who? No. We're 2-1.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong page.
The Sparks are 1-3. So in 4 games, she's averaging 24 points. They're not winning.
Here we go.
But wait till the girl, dude, I hate their websites. Wait till the girl Cameron Sparks.
I love that the Sparks are in 10th.
Of course, they suck. Cameron Brink. Wait till Cameron Brink comes back. Oh, she is back. Maybe not. Wait till she comes back. So, all right. Anything else you want to talk about before we get off?
No.
All right. Well, then, whenever you're ready, you can take us out.
Me and Coach.
Peace.